Namaste students, I am Javin Dr. Aziz Ahmed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic vaccines. What are the vaccines and what is their functions? What are the types of the vaccines? This topic belongs to the principles of immunology in the Department of Food and Biotechnology, BTech FBT fourth semester. First, we are going to discuss about the vaccines, introduction of the vaccines. So, what are the vaccines? We know that in the pandemic of COVID, there are very much requirement of the vaccines. Vaccines are the key to fight against any kind of viral disease, and not only this time, but also in every pandemic. It is very important to fight against the uh, pathogens, to fight against the viruses. Similarly, some polio vaccines and different types of vaccines have been administered. Some vaccines are injected inside the body, and some vaccines are oral vaccines. Means they are taken through the mouth, or they are taken inside the body by injection. So, what are the vaccines? If we talk about the vaccines, if we talk about any vaccines like polio vaccine, so what will be the polio vaccine? Polio vaccine will be a vaccine to fight against the polio. And if we talk about the COVID vaccines, and COVID vaccines will be the vaccine which will fight against the COVID, and it will definitely be used for the save of the humankind. What is actually a vaccine? If we take the example of the COVID, if we are preparing a COVID vaccine, what does it means? If we are preparing a COVID vaccine, then it means that the vaccine that we are injecting in our body is not only other than, but it is COVID itself. We are injecting a COVID virus inside our body itself. To fight against the COVID, we are injecting COVID inside our body. So, is it possible to inject a virus inside our body to fight against that particular virus? Yes, it is possible. The virus which is injected into our body is virus, but it is attenuated or it is inactivated, so it will not be pathogenic now. It is just injected inside our body to activate our immune system. We have understand the topic adaptive immunity. We have understood the active immunity. So in the adaptive immunity, we learned about the primary immune response and the secondary immune response. We have understood that in the primary immune response, the immune system will identify the pathogen, and it will take time. It will take time to identify, and when it will administered in the first time, some special cells which are known the memory cells will be produced inside our body, which will uh, make some memory inside the body, so that the same type of antigen will be administered in the body. They will identify the antigen immediately and will uh, fight against that particular antigen, and they will kill any particular antigen. So that is the idea of the primary immune response and the secondary immune response. So the vaccine which we are injecting in our body is the primary immune response. we are injecting a killed or attenuated, inactivated pathogens inside our body, which is now non-pathogenic. It will not cause any kind of disease inside our body, and we are injecting it. It is the primary immune response. But when when the real COVID will enter into the body, it, will it cause disease? The answer is that no, it will not cause any disease because it is the real pathogen, but it has been administered inside our body already, and our immune system has some memory cells which recognize this, and they have a particular antibodies against this uh, particular kind of antigen. So they will recognize this and they will kill it. So um, systematically, I am going to describe about the vaccines now. So a vaccine is a biological preparation that improves immunity to a particular disease. The name is derived from the word "vexa", which means now can be prophylactic and therapeutic. This is the real meaning. So what was the vaccine history? Edward Jenner observed that the farmers and the milkmen working with cows developed a meal from the smallpox called the cowpox or vaccinia. The cowpox infection could protect these people from infection of smallpox, and it was 1796. As a Jenner experimentally tested this observation. He inoculated a 8-year-old boy with the exudates from a cowpox lesion, and he repeated it twice with a gap of some weeks. Jenner noticed that smallpox did not develop in this boy. This was first discovery of the principle of the vaccination. So what is the vaccination? Vaccination is the administration of antigenic material to stimulate an individual immune system to develop adaptive immunity to a pathogen. Vaccines can prevent the ameliorate mobility from the infection, and we know that vaccination is a immunity, active artificial immunity. We have learned about in our previous lessons also. Vaccination is a active artificial immunity. It will be lifelong. It is artificial, but it will be lifelong. So we need to understand about the vaccine that it is an immunobiological substance that is designed to produce specific protection against a given disease. It is it stimulates the production of protective antibody and other immuno mechanism. Now discuss about the types of the uh, vaccines. First is live attenuated vaccine, inactivated or killed vaccines, toxoids, cellular vaccines, and combinations. Live attenuated. What are the live attenuated vaccines? They are prepared from the live organism. Example, BCG, toxoid, oral bacterial, oral polio, yellow fever, measles, rubella, mumps, chickenpox, influenza. So these are the attenuated, means the toxoid and the pathogenic part of the organism has been removed, and now it is ready to be used inside our body. The toxic, the pathogenic part is now not present in the pathogen, so it is removed and it will act as a live attenuated vaccines. The next type is inactivated or kill vaccines. The organism for which we are preparing the vaccine is killed by heat or chemicals, or when infected into the body, they will stimulate the active immunity. How they are killed? They are killed by the heat treatment of the chemicals, and they are safe but generally less efficacious than the live vaccines. Example is the typhoid, cholera, pertussis, meningitis, plague, rabies, salt. These are the examples. Now, toxoids are also the example of the uh, vaccines. They are also a type. Certain organisms produce exotoxins. These toxins are detoxicated. toxic are also a good immunization. So these toxins must be detoxified. They are used in the preparation of the vaccine. So they are toxins. They are highly efficacious and safe. The example is the diphtheria, tetanus, and the bacteria. Now, the cellular fractions and the vaccines. Vaccines which are prepared from the extracted cellular fractions are also added. The duration of the experience is limited and their efficacy safety is very high. The example of these cellular fractions may be meningococcal vaccine, pneumococcal vaccine, hepatitis B, and polypeptide vaccines. Sometimes the last combination vaccines are also used. More than one kind of matching agent is included in the vaccine. It is called as the mixed or combined vaccines. For example, DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus is a combined vaccines. DPT means it is used for the diphtheria, for the treatment of the tetanus, hepatitis A and B, hepatitis A and typhoid. They are also used. So there are some examples of adjuvants also where they are also added with some adjuvants also. And what kind of reactions can be caused by these vaccines? When vaccines are administered, they can cause some reactions inside the body, such as the common and minor serious reactions like fever, systematic symptoms can also be found. BCG has some local reaction like pain, swelling. Cholera has some reaction like it, it administered orally, so do not have any kind of reaction. DTP have pain, swelling, redness, fever. Hepatitis have the pain, swelling, redness. These are the reactions of the hepatitis. And the tetanus has some reaction like pain, swelling, redness. So these are the common reactions of these uh, vaccines. And some common side effects of vaccine can also be found like a pain, swelling, redness, mild fever, shivering, fatigue, headache, muscles and joint pains can also be found. Some government organizations and other organizations and the WHO have important role in providing the vaccination programs, and vaccination is very important for the mankind. Such, for example, the polio is for the removal of the polio. World Health Organization is doing very well for the elimination of the polio disease, and it is very successful program in India also. So my lecture is now over here. In this video, I discussed about the vaccines, what are the vaccines, and what are the types of vaccines, and what are the examples of the vaccine, different types of examples of the vaccine, different types of the vaccine, and their examples also. What are the side effects of the vaccines? So these all are explained in this lecture. I hope students will be able to understand all these. Now, what type of questions which can be asked here? The questions which can be asked here is that first, explain vaccines, explains the type of the vaccines, explain vaccines with examples, explain the uh, some type of reactions which can be found after administration of the vaccines. So these all are about the vaccinations. So I must also conclude here that vaccines are the some biological agents which are administered inside our body for the treatment of the any kind of disease. And these biological agents are nothing else but the same type of antigen for which we are going to treat. For example, for the treatment of the polio, we are adding the virus and bacteria of the polio and the same type of organism which is causing the disease. Any bacteria is causing any disease, then we are adding, we are immunizing the human with same kind of bacteria, and if any virus is causing the disease, then we are immunizing the individual human with same kind of uh, bacteria or virus. Then they will, their immune system will cause the active immunity, which will cause the generation synthesis of some antibodies which will identify them and they will neutralize, and the same type of antigen or same type of pathogen will enter inside the body. The immune system will recognize it and they will neutralize the pathogen very immediately without any kind of harm. So this is all about the immune system and the vaccination program. So my lecture is over here. I hope if you have any query, you can ask me directly. Thank you very much.